Good evening, everybody. I'm starting this video series just to tell you all the importance of pursuing Indian Administrative Services. Well, to my utter dismay, the videos that I saw, they were not very much motivating the students, right? Because the most important point is that whenever you give a presentation, the speaker should motivate the student. Why? Because that why is what that would give reasons for the students to pursue that examination. Because IAS is not a cakewalk, it's not a walk in the park. Well, I am starting this video series predominantly to encourage and motivate the youth, the young people, so that they can have a life, a career, and satisfaction. Okay, so that is the main objective. Because I had seen a lot of videos on YouTube answering this particular question: why you should pursue Indian Administrative Services. But the funniest thing is, many of the speakers who are giving the reasons, they're starting off like this: oh, there can be many reasons for pursuing IAS positions. IAS posts. There can be many reasons. No, there are a few set of reasons to pursue an IAS postings. Okay. Now, I'm going to be giving you those list of reasons. Okay, list of reasons. And suitably, I am sure that these reasons would be sufficient enough for you to get excited. Of course, you need to be excited for you to get excited and then start your journey. The importance of the video series is to get you excited. So without further ado, the first reason why you should pursue IAS, it gives you job security. Now, why would you need job security? Now, let me give you a few illustrations. Imagine you're working in a private sector, a private company, a multinational company based in India. Fine, good. Now, you are happy because you're carrying a fat paycheck, of course, and you got some incentives, some perks, etc. Now, one fine day, you are having a meeting with your boss, and after finishing the meeting with your boss, you are opening the door and you are coming out. So, as you are coming out, you accidentally collide with a person, with a gentleman. Now, apparently this gentleman is carrying a set of files, and those files, they fall off. But it's not your fault. The gentleman did not see you coming. So, he, out of his sheer anxiety to see your boss, comes and collides against you. So the underlying point is, this man, after you both collide, he gets irritated, he gets wild. Let us assume that he is a little bit elderly in age. And what does he do? He tells you to pick up the files in a loud, irritating, insulting manner. Let us assume that to be the case. Okay, now on that floor, same floor, many of your colleagues, your subordinates are working. Imagine if you are the section head and this man is shouting at you before your subordinates. Definitely anybody would really feel really upsetting, but you control your emotions. You don't want to throw it out because you are a person with good temperament. So what do? You ignore him and you walk away. You ignore this guy and you walk away. Now this guy, he proceeds to meet your boss. After he meets with your boss, an email jumps up. What does it say? Tommy, you're given 5 days notice. Leave the job. Apparently, you then realize that this guy with whom you are cross swords with is the stake owner for your firm. One of the major stake owners in your firm. But you're not aware of it. The fault is not on you. Right? This guy, out of his sheer anxiety to see your boss, collides with you, right? Drops his file. You get the blunt. this is just one of the cases, right, by which people can be fired, people can lose their jobs. It is imperative that you need to understand that people have lost job because they smiled at a girl while the boss was having discussion with a girl, right? Because this guy, he apparently smiled, and the boss thought that he was ridiculing him because he was balded. The boss was bald. People got fired because they took smoke break. People got fired because they did not rise up from their seats as the boss was coming. People got fired because they walked ahead of the boss, so that they were in a hurry, but they didn't see the boss was walking, so they walked ahead of the boss, got into the lift and shut the lift and went ahead. They got fired. I'm not joking. I'm not talking through my hat. I'm giving you all scenarios. Now, why are these very much important? Why is job security important? Okay, so you need to understand this fact. Imagine you own a flat on mortgage. Okay, you own a car on car finance. You are sending your children to education. You're supporting a family, right? And then you need to be shouldering all these expenses. Have that in mind. Imagine, let's assume your wife is not working. So, given the status of your situation, if you were to lose job, what would happen to you? You would not be able to. Plus, imagine you have a credit card bill to pay, a credit card dues to be paid. So, what would be the situation? What exactly would be the predicament that you would face when a situation like this takes over you? You will be a defaulter. You wouldn't be able to pay your credit card. Because of that, your name would be blacklisted. The banks would now consider you as a defaulter. Thereby, your reputation is at stake. Your mortgage is gone to a soup. Your car finance, they will come and seize your car. So, you wouldn't be able to pay your child fees. Next, humiliation, insults, your image gets tarnished. So many things. Finance, money matter. Money is a very, very important parameter in today's life. People say money is not important. Of course, you're right. Money is not at all important. But money is next to oxygen. You follow me. In the world that we are living in, money is on par with oxygen. In fact, I wouldn't even say next to oxygen. It is on par with oxygen. So, if you run out of money, you're good as dead. So, the point that I wish to mention here is job security. If you become an IAS officer, you have job security, right? No other posting can give you such stupendous, incredible job security as IAS. You know why? Let me tell you. Let me give you this illustration. I wouldn't say it's an illustration. It's just a small snippet. Even if your immediate supervisor is not happy with your job, he cannot even fire you. Have that in mind. If anybody is upset with you and they wanted to go and they fill the ears of your supervisor or your superior, even your superior cannot fire you. If you ought to be fired, it has to be a petition has to be given to the President of India, and the judiciary process has to take place. Even meeting the President of India is not going to be a joke. You follow me? Even to get an appointment with the President of India is not a walk in the park. You follow? So, job security is so much incredible for an IAS. Have that in mind. So, why would you want to pursue a IAS position, an IAS posting? Simple. I want job security. Of course, they would say, what are you talking? You want job security, so you want to become an IAS officer? You're very selfish, they would tell you. But do you know what Shakespeare said? He said, unto thine own be ye truthful, like night followeth the day. Then thou shalt wrong no man. Have that in mind. Then thou shalt wrong no man. What a powerful saying. Shakespeare. Okay, I'm not saying this. Shakespeare said this. Okay, so have that in mind. Have that in mind. Remember, you got just one life. It is your responsibility, in fact, to say that. So, it is your responsibility to live this one life with freedom from stress of losing your job. Okay, have that in mind. Have that in mind. Okay, people. So the first point, just to recap, just to reiterate, IAS positions, Group 1 services, specifically Indian Administrative Service, it gives you job security. Have that in your mind and move ahead.